Our next guest is a 2020 Democrat candidate for the presidency. His idea is give citizens between the ages of 18 and 64, all of them, $1,000 each from the government. Andrew Yang is with us. He is a presidential candidate. Andrew, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Now, wait a minute. 18 to 64, everybody gets $1,000 a month from the Treasury. I don't know how much that, I can't do the math, but that's trillions of dollars, isn't it?
Well, the headline cost is about $2 trillion, which sounds like a lot. But a year. But you have to keep in mind the size of our economy is now $19 trillion a year. It's grown by $4 trillion in the last 10 years alone. We can easily afford $1,000 a month.
Where does the $2 trillion come from?
Well, right now we already spend about $500 or $600 billion on income support in direct payments to citizens around the country. And I would implement a value-added tax at half the European level, which would give us enough money to afford $1,000 per citizen per month.
Well, the value-added tax in Europe is roughly 20%.
Yes.
It's a sales tax. Let's be clear. That's a sales tax. So you would implement a 10% sales tax on everything so that we could give every adult $1,000 a month. That's basically it, right?
Yes. But keep in mind that the value-added tax, every dollar would go into the hands of an American consumer, which would grow the economy by about $2.5 trillion per year.
You think?
And would create 4.5 million new jobs. And it's common sense where if you gave $1,000 to American consumers, they would spend it in their local economy and Main Street businesses every day.
This is a universal income kind of deal, right?
That's exactly right. And we need it because truck driving is the most common job in 29 states right now in the U.S. And we all know that trucks will start driving themselves in the next 5 to 10 years. Retail is the second biggest job category in the United States, and 30% of malls are going to close.
Wait a minute. You're basing a universal income, $1,000 a month for every adult, on the fact that truck drivers are going to be driven out of business by technology. And retail is being driven out of business by Amazon. Okay, wait a second. Let me ask you about the morality of this.
Sure.
When I came to America, my understanding was that you worked for money. It wasn't just given to you. You've got to get out there and work for it. You're doing the exact opposite. Where's the morality of handouts?
The great thing, so you've been doing business journalism for decades, and I've never seen shareholders get upset when a company declares a dividend. This is a dividend for the American people. We are the richest, most advanced society in the history of mankind. We can easily afford $1,000 per citizen. That would help people work.
But you're taking it off somebody to give to somebody else. I don't get the morality. I really don't.
Well,
it's immoral. It's wrong.
Even earlier this morning, you talked about how various technology companies are taking in the data from consumers. We are all producing immense value as citizens of this country, and this is just a return of that value to us in some measure. We are the owners and stakeholders of this society, the exact way that the owners and stakeholders of a company receive a dividend every quarter.
Total socialism.
Socialism, and you're smart enough to know this, socialism is when is when a country nationalizes the means of production.
This is
pro-market and pro-consumer.
Pro-market?
Yes, very much so. Consumer markets function much better.
So you don't have to work, you just have to put your hand out. That's not a market.
Well, no American watching this right now is going to quit their job on $1,000 a month. That is not enough to do more than to survive marginally in most any situation. What they're going to do is they're going to take that money, they're going to start new businesses, they're going to go back to school, they're going to frequent their Main Street economy, and we're all going to be better off for it.
Okay, paradise, right?
Well, we have to start thinking bigger about what direction we want to move in as a society, because the truth is, I was just out in Silicon Valley last month. We are going through the greatest technological and economic shift in human history, and we need to make much bigger moves towards an economy that's sustainable over the long term for all Americans.
Did you talk to Zuckerberg, the Facebook guy? Because he's been talking about this universal income, giving everything to everybody.
Yeah, it's people like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, they're working on the future, and so they can see where we're heading. And that's what I want. I want our economy to accelerate alongside our technology, because right now we're lagging behind.
Okay. Andrew, you're an interesting guy. Totally wrong, but, you know, it's kind of interesting stuff. And I just wonder how many people will vote for a 10% sales tax across America?
How many people will vote for $1,000 in their pockets and the pockets of everyone in their family and everyone in their neighborhood? That's really the question.
Yeah, good one. Andrew, you're all right. We thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you.